Okay, today we're going to be looking at special triangles and how to name some different triangles. If you'll look on page 308 and 309 in your book, the very top of it is the color purple, and it has 6 different kinds of triangles. And that's what we're going to be looking at today. Okay, are those 6 different types and how to name those. Okay, so we're going to start off with a basic perfect triangle. Okay, a perfect triangle is one that has equal length sides. So try to make equal length sides and make a triangle. Okay, equal length sides. Okay, this kind of triangle has equal length sides. Tell me what kind of angles it also has. Acute. How many acute? 1, 2, 3 acute angles. And 3 equal length sides. If you look at the first triangle in your book, when a triangle has equal length sides, when it's perfect, it is called an equilateral triangle. Equilateral. Ooh, that's kind of a hard word to spell, isn't it? Equilateral triangle. Okay, and what is its specifics? Triangle. All the sides are equal. Okay, go ahead and write its name, and I'm going to show you how to show me in a math way that all these sides are equal. There's a math shortcut on how to show me that all these sides are equal. Okay, the math shortcut for this is to put little tick marks and to show me all 3 of these are the exact same length. If one of them was longer than the other or a different length, I could put 2 tick marks to show me these 2 would be equal and this one would be different. But they're not. They're all the same. So we're going to leave them all 1 little tick mark. That tells me all 3 sides are equal lengths. Okay, let's look at your purple bar. Look at the next triangle you see. Okay, I'm going to make one that has 2 equal sides and one that's a little bit shorter. Okay, the 2 tall parts of your mountain are the same, but your base, the bottom of it, is shorter. Okay, and mine is just almost equal. I'm going to try to make mine a little bit more noticeable. There we go. Okay, so this one has these 2 sides are equal, so let's put 1 tick mark on those. Those 2 sides are equal. And what about that bottom one? It's not equal. It's a different length. So we're going to put it 2 because that means these 2 are the same. This one's different. This is called an isosceles triangle. Isosceles. I can spell it right. Okay. Isosceles has 2 equal sides and one that's different. Okay, when I write a capital I, I can put it like this, like just my little line, or I can put 2 lines on it. When I make an I, look at this I. Doesn't it have 2 sides that are the same and 1 side that's long? Yeah. 2 that are the same and 1 that's different? Isn't an isosceles triangle the same? It has 2 that are the same and 1 that's different. So be sure and write your I like this, and it'll help you remember. 2 the same, 1 different. That's an isosceles triangle. Okay? You might put like hint. Remember our little star means hint. Our I. 2 that are the same and 1 that's different. Okay, so far I have an equilateral. Tell me what we know about equilateral. All sides are equal. Isosceles, 2 are the same, 1 is different. Okay? Let's look at the next one. Scalene. Look at the definition below there. 0 equal sides. Okay, so let's see here. I'm going to go down. That's a short side. Long. Yes, I know it. I don't want mine curved, and I keep accidentally curving it. There we go. Now I've got to get this. Okay, make sure none of your sides are the same length. That looks like it may be long or the same now. There we go. Kind of. Is yours better? Yes, yours looks better than mine. There we go. I think that one's better. Okay, this is a scalene. A scalene triangle. And how many sides are the same? 0. So let's put 1 tick mark. That one's the same as itself. This one, and then this one. Look how I mark it. They're all 3 different lengths. Okay? They're all 3 different lengths. Okay? If you know what these little shortcut lines mean, you don't have to write the words. Okay? They're all 3 different lengths. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take what we know already about angles, and we're going to apply it to triangles. Okay, everybody put your arms into a right angle. Let me see a right angle. What does a right angle make? A perfect L, a perfect square. My head should be that perfect square. Okay, make an obtuse angle. Obtuse. It's opened wide, isn't it? Okay, make an acute angle. It's like an alligator mouth. Okay, acute angle. Okay, so we're going to take what we know about angles and use it in our triangles. Okay, so I can now know if there are equal sides. I call it equilateral. I know that if it is an isosceles, it has how many equal sides? 2. And if it's scalene, it has 0. Okay, let's look at the next one on your book on page 309 at the top. Look at that one. That is a right triangle. How do you think I'm going to make a right triangle? A perfect right angle. Okay. I start, make sure you have that perfect L. If you will show me that you have that perfect L by using that little square. Perfect. Yes, that is a right triangle. Okay, so we have a right triangle. Now I want to know, is there another name for this right triangle? Is it scalene? Is it isosceles? Or is it equilateral? Mine looks to be, and yours may be different, but mine looks to be, I think it may look to be isosceles too. I think this one may be a little bit longer. Okay, look at yours and see, do you think it has 2 equal sides, 3 equal sides, or do you think it has 0 equal sides? And put its other name in parentheses. I'm going to call mine an isosceles. Okay. Okay, so I have a right triangle because of my right angle, isosceles because I have 2 equal lengths, so it has 2 possible names. Okay, let's look at the next one. Look at the next one in your book. It's called an acute triangle. What do you think it has? An acute angle somewhere. Look at the definition of it. Look at the definition. It says an acute triangle has 3 acute angles. Okay? It is. It's just like an equilateral. Make sure you're having acute angles. Okay, I have an acute right here. I can label them with my little A. Acute, acute, acute. I'm going to write below that 3 acute angles. That is what makes an acute triangle. Now, look at my acute angle, or my acute triangle. What else is it besides an acute triangle? It's also, in parentheses, I'm going to put also, it looks like it is an equilateral triangle. So it has 2 names, doesn't it? An acute triangle because of its angles, and an equilateral because of its sides. I can look at both parts of those and name them. Okay? Look at your last triangle in your book. An obtuse triangle. Okay? I like how you're saying that. Obtuse. You know it's open wide. Okay? Go ahead and write obtuse triangle, and then we need to draw an obtuse angle. There's one right there, isn't it? Opened up wide. Now all I have to do is connect. Obtuse means it has 1 obtuse angle. You cannot have 3 obtuse angles in a triangle because you have to connect these 2. Okay? That shape, a shape that has more or all obtuse angles has at least 5 sides. It can't have any less than 5. 5 or more. Okay? When I connect them, what are these 2 angles right here? Acute. So I have to have at least 1 obtuse. So with this 1 obtuse right here, it made an obtuse triangle. Now what other kind of triangle do you think this might be besides obtuse? You think it's scalene? Okay, this one may look a little bit shorter, longer, and then longest. Well, look at its sides. Does it have 3 different lengths? Does it have 2 that are the same, or does it have all 3 that are the same? I'm going to call mine a scalene. It's kind of hard to tell, isn't it? Because they all 3 look a little bit different. Okay? Okay, so now we know by looking at the sides, only the sides, what are the 3 names we can give a triangle? Equilateral. What's the 2? Isosceles and scalene. Now by looking inside a triangle at their angles, we can call them right, acute, and obtuse. So all triangles have how many names? 2. I can look at their sides and give them a name, and I can look at their angles and give them a name. Okay, look at your homework. Look at 8 through 19. That's going to be your homework tonight. Homework is going to be 8 through 19. How many answers should be on each question? 2. Angles and sides. So look at number 8. I'm going to do number 8 with you. Look at number 8. Look at its sides first. Jose, what do you notice about the sides of number 8? They're all equal. So what do we call a triangle with 3 equal sides? An equilateral. Okay, so number 8 would be an equilateral. Okay, and now look at its angles. What are all of those angles inside that triangle? Acute, acute, acute. So what kind of triangle is that? It's an equilateral and an acute triangle. So you have 2 answers. Okay? All right, good luck.